The emergency caesarean to try to save Imogen's life has taken 3.5 hours. Her calf was dead inside, and it took all the efforts of 4 vets and a whole team of keepers to get it out. Now the time has come to try to wake Imogen up, and the stress is starting to show.
It feels like we've been doing this for about a week. Yeah, it's been a long day. I mean, we've kind of been stood around. It's the vets and the anaesthetists that have done all the hard work. The caesarean was done. Unfortunately, dead baby, but we were pretty much sure of that. And surprisingly, for 2 days of the calf being dead, it started to decompose already. So the big worry is if the calf has decomposed so far that she's infected.
Once we'd finished all the operation, Duncan had stitched it all back up, he'd got all the stitches done, he cleaned the wound up, he'd give it all the antibiotics and stuff, then give it Revive on. What we do is, Andy, Ryan, a couple of others stayed in there, and we moved out with just Ryan and Andy in there and sit it on its, what you do is you sit on its neck, you wait for it to come round, and then at the last minute, once it's up, you get off its neck and it sits up.
It's an anxious time for Pam, the veterinary anaesthetist.
To a certain extent, I think you're relieved that one part has gone well, but still nervous about the part that still has to go. It's not completely finished until she's upstanding and well. And for me, particularly, I find that period very nerve-wracking because we've got very little control of how she gets up, and she could easily injure herself.
Let's go.
They were expecting Imogen to at least try to stand up as soon as she came round. Something is wrong, because lying down is unnatural to a giraffe. It's dangerous to their health and can lead them to just give up and lose the will to live.
The longer the anaesthetic, the more likely you are to have some of the other problems associated with anaesthesia in large animals. For example, there's pressure on the muscles, which have been lying in an awkward position with 600 kilos of giraffe lying on top of certain areas.
It's one of these difficult sort of situations. Is how much do you intervene? Do you let her do it herself? And you always worry that you don't do enough and if something bad happens, you know, you're going to be blaming yourself.
But a few minutes later, Imogen finds the strength to sit up. And then finally, to try to stand.
The big step is she didn't die in the operation. The next big step is she got up, or woke up and got up, and if we can we'll slowly get her eating again, and it is just tiny little steps all the way.
It's a miracle that Imogen has come this far, but after major surgery on the stable floor, infection is a very real danger.
If she makes it through tonight, tomorrow, and then days on after that, if she gets to 2 weeks, then we can kind of breathe out.
We'll return later to find out whether or not Imogen makes it through the hours and days ahead.